Hello, true believers. Seanorama here, Sean Geek Podcast. The podcast about a dad who has no free time, who tries to find free time to talk about geeky things. Yes, that's pretty much the premise of this podcast. Pretty much what we talk about. So, tomorrow is a big day. We're going to the Manitoba Podcast Festival. We're not part of the festival or anything like that, but I want to go and see who's there and hopefully hook up with some people that I know and going to have a good time. Today's episode is long overdue. It's one I tried to have multiple times in the past. It is a Versus episode, which is, yes, very directly, a blatant ripoff of the Bunny Ears podcast Versus episodes that they've done in the past. I really like the format. It's really fun, and it allows me and my co-hosts to riff. So in this particular episode, we're finally got FastFretFingers to do a Versus episode with me, which I'm really excited about. As always, his insight, his mind, and the way that he verbalizes are always incredibly interesting, incredibly well thought out, and entertaining. So we'll see you at the Manitoba Podcast Festival tomorrow, which is will be the 30th of September. Please go see it. Please go check it out. And if you see me there, look for the bald guy in the Captain America hoodie. That's me, Sean Geek. I'm rushing to get home. I'm gonna go see Mom. I'm gonna go see our mother tonight.
Ah, cool.
The kids are not sick anymore, or at least not contagious anymore, so I can actually take them to go see her.
Right.
I've been holding out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were over there yesterday. Figured we'd see her for one last time before she left. So.
Yeah. A good visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. So how was your day today?
It was broken.
It was a broken day.
Yeah. You too, right?
It was a broken day?
I think the moon is full.
Yes, it is.
We all get crazy, I think.
Yeah, because I had one of those days. It's like, oh my God, what is going on? And it's like you get your foot on the floor and you get the car in neutral. You're not going anywhere.
It's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, like your engine's running, you don't know what to do with yourself.
Good night to visit Mom then. Oh man. So this is the podcast.
Yes.
We talk about those sorts of things on here. I did want to address, I sent you a message about this, but I guess we're big in Sweden.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now, I'm going to apologize on the episode I posted last week. I said it was Switzerland. I have no idea why I thought it was Switzerland. It is not, in fact, Switzerland. So you Swiss out there, you need to get on the bandwagon and jump onto this podcast and show up the Swedes. And Switzerland and Sweden are actually two countries that I really want to go to. And Denmark,
right.
Like those are, I don't know why, I just want to go visit those countries. They just seem cool and a bit more advanced society-wise than we are here in Canada. Advanced, yes. Their healthcare, their taxation system, holidays, just their work. It's one of those countries where the work home life balance is way better than ours.
I seem to recall hearing stuff about their healthcare and stuff.
Yeah. I think they're taxed much higher than we are, but everything's taken care of. It seems that way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but isn't that the same as communism?
Yeah. So anyway, we haven't played this game yet. I played this game with Tracy, Voices by Tracy, as you all know her, and by Corey Geek. So I've been wanting to play this with you for a while, but I have not. So,
okay.
I don't know if you've listened to those episodes, but I will restate the rules for those listening. So I'm going to give you something versus something else.
Oh, sorry, there I lost you for about 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, I just drove by the CN yards, which always cuts our signal. So I'm gonna explain the rules again for those that haven't listened to those episodes, and for you, and explain how it works. So the idea is I'm gonna pit one thing against something else, a versus match, if you will, and you are gonna tell me which one, in your own personal opinion, wins in the match. Now, the match doesn't necessarily have to be a fist fight. It doesn't necessarily have to be... you're basically saying which one is better than the other based upon your own personal preference.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be this music is better than that music, or this person is stronger than that person. The versus is how you want to see it done. And you can decide, if I pick two things against each other, you can say this person is better than the other person at drawing, even though that's not what they do as a profession. You can make this as fun as you want.
Okay, so basically my house is on fire. I have to pick between two things. Which one do I grab?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Entirely your own opinion, no one else's opinion. And the funnier you make it, the better it is.
Now, you're not going to make it obscure now, are you?
No. This is all Todd-centric.
Okay.
And I do want to do a special shout out. This is actually 100% ripped off this game from the Bunny Ears podcast, which is the podcast that Macaulay Culkin does with Matt Cohen, I believe his name is, which I listen to quite religiously. It's freaking hilarious. So I'm also going to try to do this while I'm driving. And I've got the list next to me. So if we have to pause, it's because I can't look down.
Okay.
So the first one. David Lee Roth versus Sammy Hagar.
David Lee Roth.
Okay. And justify yourself.
Well, I've always been fond of the earlier years. Not that I can't take anything away from Hagar. He's awesome. And he's, in some respects, he's probably better than Dave. But it's just the raw talent that Dave had and what he had to work with. Just the way, I don't know, it all kind of melded together well.
So chemistry.
Yeah, like for the type of music that I listen to, Dave, once Hagar came to the picture, his stuff is great, but not as much my cup of tea, I guess. So it's pretty much a taste thing.
All right. Okay, the next one. Let's do this one, and this one's for me, but I actually wanted your opinion on it. Gene.
How long of an answer do you want?
Oh, no, that's fine. It's as long as you want. It
30?
could be 10 seconds. It could be 10 minutes.
Okay.
When I did this with Corey, I think we only did a few because he wanted to provide long answer on some of them, so that's fine.
Okay.
So this one's more for me because I don't know your opinion on this.
What?
This one's more for me.
Okay.
Okay, so Gene versus Paul. And we're talking about Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
I'd say Gene. Because he's, I don't know, he just seems to be a little more grounded, I guess, business-wise.
Yeah, I like it.
He kind of knows his stuff. I don't know, Paul, don't know how many he's been married, how many times. I don't know. It's just a preference thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the persona too of being, you know, the animal or whatever he's portraying.
Yeah.
It's actually, you know, pretty cool. The star thing, you know, whatever. People like what they like. I'm not the big into the star one.
Yeah. Okay. Paul McCartney versus John Lennon.
Ooh. Okay. Wow, that's a toughie. Well, actually, I'm going to take Paul McCartney, actually. First off, he's I think just the longevity of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Beatles was fine, and the music they did was great. Because they didn't really go out on their own until later on. Lennon made, how many albums did he do on his own? One or two? He did Imagine?
Well, there was a few. It wasn't that, well, nowhere near as many because, I mean, he died.
Right.
But like, he wasn't as prolific, that's for sure. Paul McCartney was putting out tons of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was with them, and then he was with Wings, and then he did his, you know, his solo stuff, and I don't know, I like his stuff better, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Music, I'm going music-wise, but...
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, this is
Wait,
good.
let me pass for you?
No, that's good. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Stratocaster versus Telecaster.
Ooh. You're picking some good ones. Well, growing up, I played my uncle's replica of a Telecaster. For me, it was hard to play, but that was the guitar that I started with. So I've always, and actually still, I have that guitar. I was fortunate enough to get it, and I'm very grateful and ready to take care of it. Now, the Telecaster versus the Stratocaster. Now, does it matter what the pickup configuration is?
Nope. Well, no, it's up to you. You decide.
Okay. I go Stratocaster.
You go Stratocaster?
Yeah. Well, I've always had a collection of them, so they've always been. Telecasters be kind of secondary.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of more of a comfort in the way they perform, because the Telecasters are it's like a plank. Same like the Gibson, like the SG, it's pretty much a plank, right? Like their version of each other. And you have the Strat and Les Paul, but the Strat has way more configuration. Plus, I love that especially when you have the humbucker in there.
Oh yeah.
You have the Floyd Rose lock-in trim and stuff. Not that you can't do that with the Tele, because I've seen them that have been set up like that. And I think the guys from Tesla, wow, guys, they play the Stratocaster. Rock band. But for me, the fit and feel for me, the Stratocaster is a little lower.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
I might have trouble here. I'm gonna try to my book shifted a bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this one's good. Harlequin versus Honeymoon Suite.
Honeymoon Suite and Harlequin.
Yep.
Well, the first thing that pops into my head is Honeymoon Suite. And it may be because that was, I guess, one of the first bands I saw.
Yep. See, I picked these for specific reasons.
Yeah, and they're really good, and they come up with their first couple albums were excellent. Harlequin, and Harlequin's a native of Winnipeg, are they not?
Harlequin is, yes.
Okay, and because when we grew up back east, I mean, Harlequin or Toronto or those bands, we didn't really get. I don't know if they just didn't have a lot of airplay, but we had AM radio.
Get the airplay than Honeymoon Suite of Back Home. Like Honeymoon Suite got more airplay, but
It had way more.
I don't think Winnipeg got proper airplay in Eastern Canada. But if it was a Toronto band, like Honeymoon Suite's from Ontario or something, I think, or maybe Quebec. I'm not sure, but they got way more airplay than Harlequin ever did.
I love Rush.
What's that? I love Rush.
That was just a plug.
Okay, here's another good one. Kim Mitchell versus Bryan Adams.
Okay, well, I heard of Bryan Adams before I heard of Kim Mitchell. So I heard the Reckless album when it came out.
Which one was the Reckless album? What was the lead single off that one? Was that Run to You?
I think that's, yeah.
Okay.
If that was, yeah, it was probably the main one. Yeah, and then Kim Mitchell, I only really heard about once we, back like in the late '80s, like when we moved to Winnipeg. And that's when I think I heard of him more. Oh no, actually I heard of him back home, but it wasn't as big. I didn't follow him as big as here, and I think it was because it was one of those festivals that they have.
Yeah.
Out in the big field, and then they have the bands play.
Oh yeah. Summerfest, I think those things were called back then.
Summerfest or something. Yeah, there was one like that one year that I went. I think he was playing.
Oh, I didn't.
So that was pretty cool to see. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But to pick one or the other, I don't know. That's a toss-up because each one has their own little shtick. So yeah, I can't pick. That's a tie.
I thought that one would be a tie for you.
Yeah, I didn't know if you took ties, but if there was a tie, this would be a tie.
I can see that one being a tie. Oh yeah, this one's good. This might be a tie too, but we'll see. Rick Emmett versus Alex Lifeson.
Sorry, what was the first one?
Rick Emmett.
Right.
From Triumph. Versus Alex Lifeson from Rush.
Ooh. You know what? I right away I'm kind of leaning towards Alex. Rick Emmett is an awesome player, and with Triumph and that, watching and seeing where you played a Yamaha guitar, and it was like, you know what a Yamaha guitar was at the time. But yeah, like all the magazines that I had growing up, like the Guitar Player magazines and stuff, and they also had like lessons in there from and Rick Emmett was one of them actually.
Yeah, often actually. He actually wrote for Guitar Player actually for a while too.
Yeah,
I think maybe Alex Lifeson did too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Alex Lifeson is more kind of like, he looks more like and I don't know if it's because he's getting older, he seems to be more down to earth, I guess.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. I don't know, I just kind of like Rush's music more than I did Triumph.
Yeah. Because
I played, exit stage left, I played it until, how many tapes did I go through?
At least 2, probably 3.
At least 2, and then I bought the CD.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Did you ever own the concert film? Like actually own it like in DVD format or anything?
Yeah, I think Mom and Dad bought it for me for Christmas one year. There was a trilogy, I think.
But you had it on
3 different concerts. One was the very first of them in the 70s, I think. And then there was the Show Don't Tell, and then there was another one. Yeah. So so my answer is Alex Lifeson.
Yeah.
Right. I lock in my answer.
All right. Man, my vision's gone here. It's super bright. Okay, this one's just for fun. Spider-Man versus Batman. Because you're not a comic guy. That's why I'm asking the question. I thought it'd be interesting to get your 2 cents.
I would pick Spider-Man.
Okay. safe answer. Kind of figured that's the way you'd go.
Yeah, and then the first thing that comes to mind is he can spin his web. I'd love to be able to, I don't know if he has an extra suit hanging out or whatever. go for a swing, in the town type thing. But just to, I guess I'm kind of putting myself like if I wanted to be.
If you wanted to be.
That's how I'm kind of answering it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be Spider-Man, and I'd love to be able to use the web thing and spin around and do all kinds of stuff. With Batman, I mean, you got the cool vehicles.
Yeah.
But
really, he's just a dude.
And the Batcave and whatnot. Now, if you would have said Iron Man, I would have said Iron Man.
Yeah. I was going to do an Iron Man versus Captain America. I was like, nah. Well, okay, Iron Man versus Captain America.
I would have picked Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is more fun.
Yeah. All computerized, you can fly around town. That's pretty cool.
Wow, we're grinding through these. I got one left, and that's it.
Okay.
Jets versus Bombers. The Winnipeg Jets versus the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, or hockey versus our football team.
Well, you want the obvious answer?
Yeah.
Well, the Jets. But that's me personally. Not that I don't dislike the Bombers. Back in the day when the Jets were not here, and all we had was the Bombers, I went to a few games. They were good. When the hockey came back, it was kind of all new again, and I'd never really watched hockey, but I figured, why not? So I watched it for about a year. The second year, no one wanted to watch it, so I was like, well, I didn't bother. And now that I'm going to watch it every time it's on, whether it's the pre-game or actually there's a game on tonight.
Awesome.
But I would definitely pick the Jets.
Awesome.
And I've been to a Jets game, a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the very beginning, when they first got here, there was the exhibition game. So we went and watched this thing, and they're not kidding when they say it's like deafeningly loud in there.
Yeah. With
the cheering, they're not kidding.
Oh yeah, they're not kidding at all.
And that just pumps everybody up, and it was an awesome game. Like I can't remember. I think they won.
Who did you see? Or how many times have you been? A couple times?
I was to.
And do you remember the teams that played?
No. I just remember the last team that Donda and I saw. It was the San Jose Sharks.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last game that we've actually been to. But we haven't been to any. I don't think we went to any of them last year. I can't remember now. But we'll definitely have to try and make one this year.
I've been to a few. I haven't actually paid for a game. Actually, I've never paid for a game.
No, these weren't paid. These were either I think I won some tickets to an auction at Danica Social.
Yep.
And then
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now.
There was some from Mom's neighbor. I saw a game, and they were great seats, great game. It's a whole different ball game when you're sitting there. And I think Mom went to a game, and that kind of changed.
Then all of a sudden, Mom became a fan.
Yeah, because once you're in it, you're not watching it from afar. It's a whole different thing. I guess it would be the same if you went to a football game. Same idea.
I find
when you're there, the excitement.
Yeah, and I find it goes faster when you're there. It's somehow more exciting, and you're like, oh my god, first period's already over.
Yeah, I mean, it's like working out at home versus working out at the gym. I mean, working out at home, what motivates you? There's no one, trying to, bench or do a record or whatever.
Yeah.
Grunting and, they get the men to, get your blood going and get you working out.
Yep.
Versus, doing it at home and it's like you're there, same four walls, there's nothing changing.
Yeah, I did my best working out with you, that's for sure. call each other names.
Yeah.
It was the stupidest insults too.
What's that?
Like we would try and goad each other like to get another rep in or another 2 reps in. Our insults were like lame to each other, if I recall. I can't remember them, but I just remember them being like, "Wow, that's really insulting." Like, sense the sarcasm. Because I don't think we wanted to say anything mean to each other.
Yeah, we were way too skinny to do anything high rep. Forget it. Like you're just burning calories.
Yeah, exactly.
Not doing any justice. I mean, if you're going for stamina and you know stuff like that, that's fine. But going and trying to put on some weight, not the way to do it.
I never put on that much weight, but yeah, I had the stamina, I had the strength for sure. But I don't know. Like I started working out because I was 130 pounds. I couldn't put weight on to save my life.
Well, that's the thing. And then when you work out, you're just burning it all off.
Yeah.
Faster you can shovel the food in. It's almost like you have to shovel the food in until you're kind of pudgy.
Yeah.
And then start working out.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
So you get something to work with.
Well, actually, I wear a Fitbit when I work out. And obviously we didn't have that technology back in the day, but I wear it now, and I wear it when I've been on the treadmill. And I burn way more calories pumping weight for less time than I do in the treadmill. It's insane. Your heart rate never drops when you're doing weights.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different animal altogether.
Yep.
You go into the biology from school, the glycogen, and it's changing it into TCP or whatever they have.
Oh my God. You remember all that shit?
Or energy.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm home. How about that?
You're home?
Yep. I'm going to pack up the girls and head to Mom's. So, you played your first game of Versus. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of gets you thinking.
That's pretty cool.
You should. So your homework is, because I've barely played this game because I'm the only one that seems to know the rules.
So I'll ask you the questions.
Yeah, you come up with the list, but you can't leak the list to me because I did it with Tracy, and I think we leaked the list to each other. So the idea is to spontaneously answer.
Right.
And to you should go back to listen to the episode. I did it all in one episode. It was Corey and on one half and Tracy in the other half, and I had like stupid categories like versus was Clayton the comedian versus Jedi Clayton, like from The Evil Within. Like it was like silly categories like that.
Right.
And it was fun.
I'm sure you had some pretty cool answers.
Oh yeah, and he was like, he was freaking hilarious, as he always is, right? So yeah, try to come up with some stuff, and we'll do this again.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the comic strip, the new one.
Oh yeah.
And they're talking about Matt.
Yep. This is the one where I'm yelling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I think it was the last one that he wrote.
Yeah, the last one he did, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, then.
All right.
We shall talk to you later.
Talk to you later. All right.
All right. Okay,
bye-bye.
bye-bye.